Well, hello there and welcome to the CEV Champions League. Evenings don't get much bigger than this one as Zaksa have travelled to Halkbank ANKARA, having won the opening leg of this playoff round 3-2. They know they still have to put a performance in to go through this evening. The winner will play Lube in the quarterfinals. Well, here are Halkbank arriving moments ago, who will be happy with that 3-2 win. Time to hear from the coaches.
Today, and our opponent, team from Ankara, they have many experienced players that can really solve the game on their own. But I believe we are ready for this competition, and we just wait to start.
First, we know very well we play with Zaksa, understanding Zaksa is three-time champion of Europe. Second, I am not so happy about first game because we lose second set, and I'm thinking that case and game. But the other side, we take a good result. Today, we must play our best volleyball if we want to go in second round.
Well, a quick chat with Slobodan Kovac, the head coach of Ankara. Not happy with that result away from home last week, but they know a 3-0 or 3-1 win here will be sufficient enough to see themselves through to the playoffs. Where Zaksa, having won 3-2 last week, know that a 3-2 loss will force a golden set, and a win will see them through. A little look in the Halkbank changing room full of stars. Namir Abdulaziz, one of those, the opposite spiker, and the captain here with Marcin Janusz moments ago, who joined together for the coin toss. Well, here we go. The playoff round, second leg. Ankara hosting the three-time in a row winners Zaksa for a place in the quarterfinals. Both teams made the final four last year. One of them will be going home this evening. It's all in the balance. There's nothing between them, and the next couple of hours will be thoroughly entertaining. Well, Halkbank ANKARA reached the semi-finals last year. They lost out to Yashevsky in that semi-final. As we have a look at the schedule, VK Livi Praha, or Prague, up against Las Palmas. That tie not quite as star-studded as this one. This is the pick of the bunch here. Ankara at home against Zaksa. And you have to think they'll thoroughly fancy their chances. John Gorperin, the Canadian outside, started on the bench last week, but brought stability off of the bench. And it wasn't easy for either side. I mean, the consistency wasn't quite there throughout the whole performance from each side. But as you can see in the background, Bartosz Bentos, we'll keep an eye on him this evening. Scored over 20 points last week, but they just need a huge performance from the likes of Bednors and Kazmarek. There's still no Oleg Slivka in the side, the captain, and just the formidable force of the Zaksa side in terms of leadership, not just his playing ability. Still out with that injury, and he should be out for 3 weeks or so as we have a look at the Halkbank side. Mirza Lagumzhia, number 7, started in front of John Gorperin last week. It's a toss-up between who will start in that outside alongside Irvin Engapeth, the Olympic gold medal winner and just all-round star of the sport. Namir Abdulaziz will start on the opposite. The middles are both over 205 and 211. Well, Lukas Kazmarek saw a red card in set 4 last week. He should start in that opposite position. Janusz, the setter, was a replacement for that second campaign that Zaksa won in the Champions League. Of their 3, replacing Benny Toniuti. Bednor should start on the outside. Eric Shoji, the American libero, an ever-present force of this Zaksa side, alongside David Smith in the middle, who's had his fair share of injury problems. Halkbank ANKARA versus Grupa Azoty KŁDZIERZYN-KOďLE, or Zaksa. for a spot against Lube. And it's at this point of the season where everything starts to get a little bit exciting. Well, Louis Lett with you here in the commentary booth for this one. And if you were with us last week, you'll know what a thrilling game, entertaining game it really was. But it was absolutely bonkers as well. The red card for Kaczmarek on the right side certainly did affect the rhythm of Zaksa and meant that, I think anyway, that Halkbank got their way back into this tie by winning a second set and therefore taking a point from that away leg for them. That'll be dangerous in the middle this evening. Ankara, Matic, one who's worth keeping an eye on. The middle certainly was cooking last week. 10 points for Matic. And Yunus Emre Tayaz will be starting alongside him. There is Namir Abdulaziz. He's going to have to be at it this evening. Namir, 15 points last week, and if you put that up against Kaczmarek in a head-to-head, Kaczmarek certainly had the better of the battle with 23. There's Andreas Takvam, Norwegian middle blocker, started last week, but they have depth in that position. You certainly expect David Smith to start here this evening. Christian Daniel Chitagoy is also someone to keep an eye on, just 18 years of age, the Romanian outside spiker, number 99, taking Norbert Huber's number from last year. Zaksa fans have travelled. Of course they have. Mika Ma, the American setter, just seems to be improving all the time, and he's got the stars around him. His American teammate, David Smith, who's middle work, but also experience aiding Zaksa to these 3 Champions League victories in a row. But his serving is also something we have to keep a keen eye on, Smith, because his jump serve also can ruffle a few feathers. Well, Zaksa not having the best of year without Slivka, without Smith for a long period of time. They lost at the weekend once again, this time to Rezov, Stefan Borier's Rezov side. Team that includes Fabian Driska, Borier, DeFalco, and Pavel Zatorsky. Also Karol Kos, part of that team as well, the long-time Skra middle blocker and Polish international. So it was a tough game for them at the weekend, but Zaksa just haven't been winning those games this season. With a change of coach, Adam Savchena coming in, replacing Tomas Savalevu. It's been a bit of a disrupted season, and if Zaksa were going to win their 4th Champions League in a row, they'll have to do it underneath the guidance of 4 different coaches, which is absolutely wild to think of it like that. Halkbank certainly not short of their own world-class roster. 9 remain in that squad who won the Champions League bronze. This is not the first time this season that Zaksa have been to Ankara. They've already been here in their group stage, having lost to Halkbank's main rival Ziraat. A Matt Anderson-inspired performance getting Ziraat over the line that evening, and it was Ziraat that won that pool with Zaksa. A brilliant performance from them, and it means that Trentino, Lube, Piacenza and Ziraat already through to the quarterfinals alongside Yashevsky Vengel. Berlin Recycling Volleys and Tours also have their second leg of the playoffs. The winner of that game plays Trentino. The winner of this one takes on Lube. Another powerhouse of European club volleyball. Well, there is the head of the program in Ankara, Slobodan Kovac. First season here, former Serbian coach, Slovenian and Iranian coach as well. He's also coached Perugia. There is Mirza Lagamjia previously in the previous picture, who's looking for a matchup against his brother. Should Halkbank win here this evening. This is a relishing tie, it really is. There'll be nerves, there'll be adrenaline. But we're looking at some of the very best players in the world up against each other for a second consecutive week. This could be a final, it could be a semi-final. But we're delighted that it's a playoff here this evening. It's the first meeting between these two teams in the Champions League. Last week, we saw the victory for Zaksa, but they need to perform here again. A 3-2 sends us to a golden set. A 3-0, 3-1 win for Halkbank sees them through. And a win for Zaksa will put them into the quarterfinals. Zaksa have a habit of doing it the hard way. They're going to have to do it the very hard way again this season if they want to go 4 in a row. Will Perrin get the nod this evening over Lagamjia? That's one big question. Perrin he's played, he's got so much experience to his name. Well, the two referees for this one. Last week wasn't without its drama from an officiating standpoint either. There was a big pause due to a scoring issue in that third set, where I think it was 20 minutes, half an hour it took for the game to restart. It was absolutely wild. But everybody doing a fantastic job. Kazmarek gets the start. Janusz, that's the right side taken care of. Smith will start in the middle. And there's no surprise, Soji starting as the libero either. Strong bench, Takvam starts. Pajicki, who came off the bench last week, gets a nod tonight alongside Smith. And all eyes on Kazmarek, who'll have to keep his cool this evening. And he'll have to score some serious amount of points. Well, Tyaz, the number 20, should start in the middle once again this evening. And for me, the big call is who starts on the outside. Mert Matic in the middle, and his height will certainly be an issue. Here is Mika Maar, the playmaker of this team. Engapeth gets a nod, and then Tyaz comes in, 2 meters 6. It's a big front row. Mirza Lagamjia gets the nod, so a more, you would say, point scoring option. The number 7 on the wing will be matched up against Bartosz Bednarz this evening on the front court. Pajicki starting in the middle, Namir Abdulaziz on that right side. They need a big game for him, and all eyes on Christian Daniel Chitagoy at 18. Replacing Slivka. Slivka saying himself they're seeing so much development from him so quickly. Adam Savchena. It's another big evening for him. The assistant underneath the last 2 coaches of this team, now the head honcho. Slobodan Kovac, Halkbank Ankara's head coach, knows all about big games. looking very casual this evening as well. Namir Abdulaziz never won a domestic league. He's won a second, or taken a second, in the Champions League previously with Trentino, losing to Zaksa in that final. Bednarz is looking so up for this, by the way, in every single way. The Champions League anthems, he's just throwing daggers through the net. Bednarz, he played the first half of last season in Shanghai, is certainly relishing the task. It's another chance for him to get his way into the national team first six, where he's spending a lot of time on the bench because they have the likes of Fornal, Slivka, Leon, you name it, they've got it. We all know, volleyball fans, that Poland are very strong. Well, this is a huge, huge game here in Ankara. One of the big four from last year will be going home, and it's a perfect start for Kazmarek and Zaksa with a big stuffy on the right side. Here we go. There was no angle available for Nagamjir. Tries to fasten up off the hands, and a real good line in the block from that man there on the left of your screen. Netband ace, and we've spoken about it pre-game, that Smith's serving could be a key performance indicator this evening. He had 22 serves against Perugia last year in the first leg, 18 in the second. Another one off the top of the net bang. Nagamjir a lot calmer this time. What a scoop that is from Smith, but there's been an infringement somewhere, and that's off the net, I think, Brzezinski. Engapeth already looking slightly animated and up for this. There's going to be some serious emotion thrown out this evening, that's for sure. Well, we go to a challenge already. Has anyone else got a little bit of deja vu from last week's game? We had a little bit of this, didn't we? Manish very calm at the moment, replaced Toniuti from Gdansk. He's part of the Skra side that won a silver in this competition in 2011. And the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? The Polish and Turkish fans regarded, and rightfully so, as the best in world volleyball, and they've certainly got me jigging around in my chair early on as well. Namir's laughing. Well, here we go. We're all a bit unsure what happened. Centerline fault. Well, there's a lot to look at here. There's no complaints. Zaksa take the point due to the centerline fault. And it's a perfect start for Zaksa. And you have to think, in already a position of advantage here in the opener, make that 4. And if you think about this game, you'd think that Ankara are the team that are going to come out all guns blazing, needing the victory, but Zaksa know they're in the lion's den. And an aggressive start here, Smith serving has certainly put Zaksa in the driving seat so far. Mark to the outside, speed of the ball beats the middle blocker's feet, and Nagamjir gets Halkbank on the scoreboard. Just a little bit of line, just a big swing there. Kazmarek just pinching in a little bit because of the approach line was into the court from Nagamjir. We talk about big serving from Smith. Namir's got the lot as well. Shows you to the outside. And 3 up in the block, and there's a little bit of room for a bit more angle for Bednors. There's no way in a million years that should have got through. You can see why Nagamjir's been given the start once again. More physical on the outside, getting 3 in the block, but they can always go to Perrin if they need him. A big serve. Well, Zaksa have come out of the traps absolutely flying here. Iron sharpening iron here. Smith with the service pressure. Now it's Kazmarek. Bednosh also with a huge swing in between. And it's back to the drawing board for Kovac. I've personally thought about this game a lot today. And this start from Zaksa was not a thought that crossed my mind, that they would come out this impressively from the baseline. Great start also from Savachena to give Smith the first rotation serving. And Kazmarek! This is absolutely phenomenal. The crowd have been silenced here in Ankara. The seams are open, nobody wants to pass, and Engapeth looks at Nagamjir. And you have to make sure the seams are taken here. Mar may be looking a little bit tentative as well. You have to give credit to Zaksa at the moment. They're stepping into this situation. Oh my word. I mean, that's bounced. But it's wide of the mark. Shoji lets off a little smile. And this would be absolutely huge for Zaksa if they do take the opening set. And this is the start that we spoke about. I imagine it's Perrin coming in, but Nagamjir already missing 2 swings, but at the same time, Kovac is already forced to the bench, having already used the timeout in the first 9 points. Service pressure still relentless. Engapeth outside of the 3-meter line, but again, the passing, the setting not quite there. Perrin tries to turn a sharp angle when it's not quite there. Kovac would have been dreaming of a performance this evening. But so far, this is the start of nightmares. Zaksa. Kazmarek, who certainly will feel at times he has a point to prove. Namir, not a bad idea. Cross-court block on Namir. Zaksa will know that he loves hammering into the angle, and for the line to be open, the set has to be wide enough, and it is wide enough there from Mikamot. Perrin, big part of the Canadian team for such a long time. Engapeth makes playing defense look so easy. And the other thing that will go unnoticed here is not only was Engapeth's brilliance defensively, but also he has to make an approach off the ball, and then he still manages to hit an angle away from the body. There's a lot of rotating parts to make that play happen for Engapeth, and that is why he's Engapeth, and I'm not. On the 10 attack, it's a beautiful swing. Line judge says out here. Well, hold on a minute, maybe Paszczycki into the net. I don't think that's the case. I think it is a point to Zaksa. I don't think that ball was out in any way, shape or form. So the line judge with an interesting call there. Perrin the target, Namir. Overhand defense is good from Kazmarek. Oh, put to floor. That is the Namir effect, ladies and gentlemen. Ouch. Well, Kazmarek has just been absolutely flattened. And he's 2 meters, 4 centimeters. He's been in the middle of everything in this time. We just hope that he's okay. I mean, the way that Namir hits the ball, if it does, it looks like it's got him right in the throat. And this is something that I have never seen before. And you have to feel for Kazmarek, you know fair well that he's going to try and continue. It's interesting to see if it has an effect on him, because that's got to hurt. Well, Namir does have a habit of being a pain in the neck for a lot of players. Tyaz. And you feel that the middle is certainly an area that Mikamar can feed and win this game. Two big options, but the pass has to be there, and it hasn't been so far. Brzezinski also with a good serve, good speed. Engapeth's work off the ball again is excellent. He's passing from the inside. His approach is supposed to be taken away from him, but the way that he can stay calm with his arm and just wipe off the hands is the Engapeth way. Had his own issues with a knee injury during the summer. Come on. Well, another serve out the back, and where Zaksa have found their service rhythm and their aggression, Halkbank haven't. And that'll be worrying, but also they're going to have to keep pushing. They're going to have to keep pushing the serve, and it might not be there at the moment, but patience will certainly pay off for them. And here the middle is getting involved for the first time, and that's only going to benefit this offensive strategy. Matic is huge. Engapeth, 28 awards in his career. Actually played in a Canary team alongside Nikola Gerbic, Sokolov, Svetovan Sokolov, one of the best that we've seen over the past few years in the Mir Abdulaziz. Into the angle this time, and at the moment, everything going to plan for Zaksa, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the case all evening. This is going to ebb and flow. Chitagoi. It's another good serve. This time, Engapeth's put on the floor. He's out the offense. But somebody who's not out of the offense at the moment is Namir. And where at times he can go slightly quiet, he's going to be needed to be firing on all cylinders. It's a really nice drawing arm swing. Smooth as you like. Matic. That ball goes pretty quickly when you're as tall as he is. And again, Bednarz, smooth and away from the body. Not his most powerful swing, but it's smooth and fast, and it's good enough to beat block. He knows he's in a one-on-one situation, so it doesn't need to be much more than that. The seam is open, he can hammer away. Back to Smith. And you'll be able to feel Halkbank and their relief as Smith, who had the perfect service run to start this set off, serves his first one into the net the second time around. Some player, Soji, 2 years in Urengoy, also a former team of John Gore-Perrin on the other side of the net. A couple of stints in Russia, and he's put to the floor this time. 3 up in the block, okay. Tyaz is getting amongst it now, and where Bednarz scored in this exact position last time, he can't find a way past the 3-man block. Off the net, really good work from Perrin to read that situation and release to the outside. There was only one way that ball was going. And the Mears now pushing from the baseline. What an incredible opening set. Zaxa have got some big players who know how to win the big games and be there in the big moments, and Kazmarek is certainly one of those. Namir back to the line. It's the same play again from Namir Abdelaziz. We've seen him go to the line, hammer into the angle, back to the line on the third time. Full range from Namir Abdelaziz so far. Much easier to access the line when Mars a lot closer to him. The issues will be when the set's coming from 7 or 8 meters and it's a long distance set. More difficult for the setter to get it into the hitting window. Mar goes to the outside. Nothing that Engapeth can do, and Mar had his hand forced that time as well, with the ball being so far off the net. 16-10. And it's still Zaxa looking strong. Bednarz. Well, one would feel that for the likes of Bednarz and Smith, they've already got their serve cooking earlier on, and it's given Zaxa this 5-point lead. And if they are going to miss a couple this evening, now's probably the time. Not that there's ever a good time, obviously. High ball, Namir. 3 up in the block from Zaxa. Namir's going to get this ball back. It's a good set, more aggressive set. 3 up in the block from Zaxa. On 2 from Mar. Engapeth is there. Wizardry from Engapeth. Good reactions. Intuitive as always, but the block of Zaxa does it again. Third time. Works a charm on Engapeth this one. Well, Namir had a couple of cracks at it. Full on aggression. Full on aggression. He went higher the second time to try and hit hands. Mar tries to go over on 2 to beat Pajitsky. And to be fair to Pajitsky, maybe 6 or 7 changes of directions and reads. The man's on point this evening so far, Pajitsky, with all of those reads. Is it just me, or is this game wild already? Good blocking from Smith, because that ball was going to 1, but he made that read. And again, 2 balls through the middle. 2 points so far from Ankara. And that's got to be the way it runs so far. Namir tries to go through. Hang on a moment. Somebody's gone for the antenna. Well, I think Halkbank want the net touch, but the second referee's given it off the antenna. Well, this angle should tell us everything. Block out. It's another long challenge. But we have to get these big decisions right on the big occasions, in the big moments. There's a lot riding on these games. Correct decision. And I think Chitagoi also knew it when it happened. So Jane is not overly happy, and just so intriguing to know what's going through his head. Obviously on the bench through Samovuo's time as coach. Oh, 2 up, and maybe there's a bit of change in momentum here. Matic is starting ferociously here, putting a little bit of fear into Zaksa. Chitagoi this time shut down. It was Bednosh before. This could be a timeout taken from Zaksa, first one of the evening. As we were saying for Savchena, it's very much been on the side for Georgi Kletsu's time in charge at Zaksa, former Friedrichshafen assistant as well. He's certainly done his time to have a chance to be the head coach of a side as prestigious as Zaksa, but interested to know what's going through his head. It's a very different role to be the man on the side. Come up onto the front court receiver, and good set, but it's perfect blocking. And again, the pressure off the serve. Yes, it's not the spin serving we saw from Smith, but it's a real good contact from Mara. And what they're doing is putting Chitagoi under pressure in the pass, is putting Janusz under pressure in the set. He chooses to take on the riskier option, the long option. And Engapeth is ready. Let's see if they go back to Chitagoi. Not the case. And in this tie, this is such a crucial period, not only of this opening set, but of this two-legged match, because Zaksa need every set this evening they can get their hands on. They get 2, they're guaranteed the golden set. 3 times they've gone through the middle, twice on the front court, once on the back. And all 3 times they've scored. Perrin, again, holding the middle. We're talking about Krajicki and Smith reading the game so well. That's one way to keep them holding middle, is by using all the different components through that middle section. And now the pass is starting to go. Oh, what a set! Janusz has brought that back inside the aerial, left inside the aerial, but it's Namir again. And Zaksa's lead is slowly drifting away. Namir, unstoppable so far. What a game. And we are only 18-17 in the first set. Well, Kazmarek, this is exactly what they need out of him, just to steady the ship every time they go to him this evening. Chitagoi at 18, it's a lot of pressure on the young man. He's back behind the service line, brilliant last week. But it's a lot to ask for these match-winning performances, and it's a very good serve that just nudges the Halkbank side. Again, the blockers from Zaksa are up, but I think the touch, or the block goes out of play. Smith giving it the double C for the challenge. Line judge again goes out. Oh, what a challenge. Oh my days. The line judge said it was out. Again, his flag's gone up, but another time. And the ball was in, but that was a closer one than Kaczmarek's swing earlier on. And I can't tell you how much these little things add up on a night like tonight. Not saying everything's going against Ankara, that's not the case. But you think about the Kaczmarek swing, you think about the service run, you think about that block there, in by an inch, and all of a sudden, Zaksa have that 3-point lead at the back end of the first. Foot faults on Chitagoi, but you've also got to give him some credit. Made a break on the previous serve, good serve that led to a block. And it's an absolute bullet of a serve, but it was clear that the toss was too advanced in his approach. I mean, I guess he's got two ways of looking at this, Chitagoi. At the start of the season, he wouldn't have thought they'd be playing in these sorts of games, and he can just absolutely go for it. He's got a very bright future in this sport. That's something that I don't think anybody's going to debate. Is it Unvot? Again, front court receiver served Bednosh. And this is really good service tactics from Kovac, because once again, they're putting the pass under immense pressure, and he can't quite get his approach because he serves so far to the inside. And that's where you've got to get the speed of the set, the rhythm of the set in time with the approach. Bednoz, I'm sure Janusz would have preferred to have gone somewhere else, but the pass was so quick that it's very difficult. You often see Bruno Resende try and bring those sorts of balls back into a pipe attack. This is a great game. We're back in with the challenge. Good to see Angapeth enjoying his volleyball. They have to get these decisions right. Was that in or out, or was it a touch? Oh my days. This is absolutely bonkers, isn't it? Namir is saying there wasn't a touch. The video challenge has said there was a touch. I don't know what you think at home, but again, you talk about these small things going the way of Zaksa. Was there a block touch? Left-handed press is what we're looking at. That, for my eyes anyway, is too quick. Touch has been given. Smith back to serve. All of a sudden, this set is getting to business time. And so are Halkbank, who are slowly building their way through this. once again. It's Tyaz this time. The middle still hasn't missed for Halkbank. Namir needs something big. Oh, hold on a minute. Mar has just completely lost it. Kovac has said challenge, and now the cheese is coming out for the big cheese. And this is getting really arrayed again. What Kovac is saying is that there's a touch off the back here. So Namir's gone. And unfortunately, I couldn't see that myself from the stream. This will show us. I don't know. From what I can see in front of me, I don't know. Namir is currently on the naughty step. This is absolutely wild. Engabev's hanging on the net. Kovac is wondering what's going on. Toys are out the pram. And when you throw your toys out the pram, you get a good telling off. Namir gets told to put a sock in it, and he's not putting a sock in it. This could be very dangerous. And all this does is, regardless of what happens, is it plays into Zaxa's hands, and they'll be playing the mind games as well, Zaxa. Namir is still getting involved. And this either has to go away. So either they challenge it again, or they bring an end to it, or maybe there'll be more cards. Well, all of these things add up. And for Zaxa so far, it's still been the perfect start thereafter. Soji is there, the first time they don't score through the middle. Mar with a chance in system in transition, Namir. And something tells me that he might just be up for this. Lets out a big roar. There's going to be some serious frustration here. Long set again, no line open for Kazmarek. The ball's a little bit inside. Engabeth once more showing us how creative and strong he is in those situations where you should be able to bet against him. Two blockers up against him. And did he get a touch off the hand there? He actually didn't, my mistake. Two points away for Zaxa from this opening set. Bednor's second miss serve from him. And in comes Jay Blankenau, who's only just signed up for the team. He's playing in Thessaloniki. Canadian setter, big moments. Side out will give Zax a set point. And the perfect start to the second leg. It's a good serve, but Soji is there through the middle. And potentially in too much rhythm there. Kajitsky just goes away from the body. And Engabeth is pressing in, front court setter. Kanush removed for the time being. Kajitsky serving for the opening set. Engabeth served again, as he has been on the front court, back through the middle. I make that 4 from 5. Mika Ma. Had a good service run so far. Needs to find at least 2 big serves here. Serves to position 6. Bednoj is there to the middle. And there is a dig. Engapeth gets underneath it as well. Free ball. Zaksa to take the opener here. They go straight to the opposite man. Another dig to the outside. Engapeth smuggles one through Zaksa's customs. And they've got one back. Hold on. Hold on very, very tight. Mika Ma again. Ace! Straight through the seam! And this match has just gone to a whole new level. You take it. No, I don't fancy it. Timeout from Slavčena. Such a crucial game. And in those big moments, you just cannot afford not to communicate who's on what team in the passing unit and surrender those avenues. Disappointing for Zaksa. And maybe the palaver has just fired Halkbank up. The pass is out. Chidagoy now under the pump. Goes into the angle. Doug. Ma again to the outside. Engapeth gets stuffed out. And you have to say, Smith has just come up with an absolute masterstroke. He's got across, he's got over, and he's taken his zone. Trying to play Engapeth quick in transition. I make this set point 3. Out of system. Here's a chance for Zaksa. Engapeth setting, the ball's inside. Another block! And this game already has had so many twists and turns. Zaksa take it. Chidagoy gets across. The first pass was out of rhythm. We go to a challenge first. This is Champions League volleyball. And it's absolutely bonkers. Hugs all round for Zaksa. They're sure they've done it, but who knows? Until the challenge referees have had their chance. Well done from Chidagoy. That's all I'm saying. Have to be brave in the big moments. It's not been perfect from either side, but it has been thoroughly entertaining. Engapeth blocked out the first time. That's set inside second time around from position 6. Was there a net touch? Very, very close. Oh, wow. The net touch has been given. It has been given. Well, they're pleading innocence here, Zaksa. I don't know what you saw at home, but this set has just been reignited. The elbow. I'm incredibly interested to see this again. Janusz. This tie over the last 7 days, 2 legs, has just been too much to handle at times. I certainly didn't see an elbow hit the net. I mean, maybe we need to see it again. Smith's face tells us everything. Well, here we go. Fast. Mar goes back on one. Here we go again. Janusz to the outside. And it's going to be another set point. Get comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you have to give the credit here to that man there, Kaczmarek. So far, he's been solid in the decision-making. To dump off the middle, he'll understand at times that Matic won't be quick going laterally because of his size, and he has to build through the rally to hammer the line. Another one. And at the same time, Ankara or Halkbank have to make the most of these moments. Kaczmarek goes high, but waiting deep is Engapev. Looking for the pipe, Nemir goes off the hands. So confident from Nemir. Swing blocking to the outside at Bednarz. And when the swing blocking is out, there's always a chance of getting the rub of the green off the hands with the tip. Can Halkbank take advantage here? Bednarz out the back. Fascinating in clutch moments. Halkbank Ankara now have their first set point. Nemir starting very much on the inside. Blocking position 6. And the tables might have just turned. No touch. A huge moment in this Champions League tie. Soji puts the ball in perfectly. Kaczmarek is at the races again. Every single time. And don't be surprised if he keeps getting set every single ball at the moment. Smith's on time in the middle. We keep going. This first set is an absolute monster. Smith looks to go away from the body from the service line and misses the sideline. Last season in the Champions League, those were aces. Nemir, what a moment this is. One of the best jump servers in the world looking to give the opening set to Halkbank. He misses. Smith and Nemir going full send with their serves. Step up, Lucas Kaczmarek. one of the golden boys of this Zaksa generation. Big serve, Perrin the target, Bednoj blocked out. Second chance in transition. Bednoj, the set's tight from Soji, and the block's in the game. And Mika Mara is well and truly fired up here. As an opening set of volleyball goes, this has had everything. Including 75 challenges. Net touch. I mean, it doesn't look much different to the one previously, does it? Jungle Perrin takes a little bit of pace off the ball, goes after Bednoj, and clutch. Absolutely clutch from Kazmarek. Great width in the set. It really is a great set from Janusz. Under pressure to give it that width and that much stretch to give the line to Kazmarek brings us to 29 all. Something has to go down. Bednoj not looking too comfortable at the moment. Another set point for Ankara here on what has been a thrilling opening to this second leg. To the outside. Wow, Chitagoy. And that face from Tyas tells us everything. Mar just makes a little drop into 6 and Tyas whips it back to the line. So much at stake. And here we still are. It's another misserve from Zaksa, Smith, Bednoj, Pajitsky in a row. Namir on the front. Well, we've seen an ace already hitting the seam. They have to close the seam here in the passing unit. Goes straight back to 6, Bednoj, a little bit off the net. Kazmarek goes off hands. This is the chance that Halkbank ANKARA have been waiting for. Perrin! And the man who started on the bench today puts the ball away for Halkbank. A big substitution from Slobodan and Kovac has made a big, big difference. Zaksa, who had a lead of 12-6, end up losing the opening set, and that could be huge in the context of this tie. The perfect time to drag the play back from Mika Mar, to use the pipe and to lose the middle blocker. Opened up the seam at 5 for Perrin, who wasn't going to miss. Yes, you read that correctly. 32-30 in the opening set of this playoff match between two heavyweights of European club volleyball. I mean, so many highlights from an outstanding opener here. 32-30. Halkbank ANKARA take it, but you already feel that for Zaksa now, they have to dig incredibly deep to try and win this next set. Here are the stats. More attacks from Halkbank ANKARA. Look at the aces. That was the difference at the beginning of the set, but the power of Namir, he was superb in the second half of that opening set. A few questions here. Can they keep up that pace? And you feel that it all kicked off halfway through that set, or 2/3 of the way through that set. And it might have just fired up Halkbank, and they've got their fair share of fiery characters. I mean, when you've got Engapeth and Namir on the same side, and you're saying that Mikamara is the most fired up, it shows he's another character. And on big evenings, you need your big characters to show up. And that little service run from Ma was superb when they were 2 set points down at 24-22. He went back and made 2 big serves. All the little things were going against Halkbank ANKARA, and rightfully so, the small decisions, but they were still going against them, and they still found a way through those tough moments to win the opening set. You feel now that Zaksa well and truly need to win this one. Matic will get us underway in set 2. Breathtaking opening to this match. Engapeth playing defense. Ma tries to get his feet around the ball to send it to Namir, who just crafts one off the block. It's a really shrewd swing, this. Psychologically, where are Zaksa now is the question. Will they come out all guns blazing aggressively once more? Bednor's again the target. Chittagor's being quiet. They think that's gone down. Engapeth says no, it hasn't. He's barking orders. He's still barking orders, Engapeth. Nodding. And there's an absolute change in this game. Oh, Engapeth says, yeah, it did hit the floor. Which is, again, wild enough. We go to a challenge. Was that Engapeth saying, yes, challenge it? Or yes, it hit the floor? I don't think we've had enough challenges today. I think we need some more. There's so much going on here. Wow. And what that is showing us is a phenomenal bit of work from Engapeth. It really is. I mean, if you watch him, he's up for this class now. And you feel that all they needed, Halkbank, was to feel that it was against them a little bit to come out firing and make that comeback. Matic goes long. Kovac says no problem. Surely there's no challenge for that. Bednor's on the front court. He's been the target of the serves. Smith back to serve now. Good pass, really, from Engapeth. It really is. Perrin, Mr. Consistent. And you have to say, since he's come on, he's been perfection. Stable with the pass. Scored when he's been called upon. He's never going to get the same amount of ball as Engapeth and Namir, but when he is called upon, he's making good decisions. Namir! Firing on all cylinders And now Halkbank are doing exactly what Zaksa did to them at the start of the first set. Another big serve from Namir. Bednarz does his best to keep it alive. There's 3 up against Brzezinski. He had no angles to turn it. There was nowhere he could go. And the door is well and truly open here for Halkbank Ankara. Timeout already for Adam Savchena. And we spoke about this last week, I think. It's the issue, Zaksa have got all that confidence from winning the last 3 Champions League titles, but at the same time, confidence won't be at an all-time high either when things are going slightly against them. They haven't had the best run of form in the league. They're having to do this an incredibly tough way again in the Champions League. This serve means a good timeout from Savchena. You think about how good this man's been over the last 2 legs, but there is a but. That red card last week certainly did bring Halkbank back into the tie, winning that 4th set and putting a little bit of added pressure on with the result here this evening. Engapeth out of system. He's digging everything. He hasn't flourished point scoring wise yet, but his absolute worth to this team at the moment is incredibly high. Namir is scoring and Bednarz tries to get too cute on that one, and here is a real big pressure cooker, and Zaksa are right in the middle of it at the moment. Ace! And it's that man again. Namir serving aces, Perrin. Perfection. And once more, what we're seeing is the experience here of Perrin. He's played in 8 different countries, and he's just putting the pressure on once again. Tyaz is in the game. They try to run the middle, and Tyaz is just taking enough space at 6 to try and force Brzezinski to 5. Perrin again, was there a touch? They'll look for a touch because it's Halkbank, and they'll look for a touch of everything. But for Perrin, he won the Challenge Cup with Belgorod. Kovac was the coach there at the time as well. There's a change here. And it looks like Bednarz has left stuff for the time being. Oh, second ball, and it's Engapeth just getting creative once more. Smarek can't score. Engapeth having to chase this one down. Back on 1. Oh! Lightning strikes twice! We saw it last week. The volley on 2. Kazmarek, the opportunist, strikes again. It's very rare that I'm surprised, but I'm surprised. Here we go. How does this game look from here on in? The middles are back scoring. Tyaz is strong. It's Christoph Zablacki that's in for Zaksa. Been playing in the first team since the start of the season. 197 outside hitter. Good blocking. This is problematic now. It really is. Bednosh pulled out. And this time the pass was in, but the back set middle easily given away from Janusz. That's the problem with that back set middle. If it's very difficult to access the line or anything away from the body. You see a lot of teams in that rotation over the years. So much of Podrashinin and co coming around the front to hit those angles, but stable set to Namir. Doesn't look like a touch in my eyes there, but Namir's going to chase it down anyway. He's in the middle of everything, isn't he? Oh, there was a touch. Didn't think there was. That's why it's there. And another one goes the way of Halkbank. For Halkbank, it's a clear lead. Zaksa have it all to do. Yeah, that was a little bit rusty. .206. The height of Tyaz, and when the toss isn't quite there, it's quite difficult. Perrin again, passing into a really good spot. Mars going to get the plaudits here. It's going to hold the middle blocker a little bit, but once again, we have the ability to just look at Perrin in these moments, just hold everything together. He's also got a lot of emotion around him. And he just provides a little bit of a calming influence on everybody else in his demeanor. Pass is not there. Oh my word, Zaksa. We saw it from Bednosh. Now Chittagoi tries to get cute with something and it just doesn't work. And in these pressure moments, fight or flight, and Zaksa are stepping away from this tie psychologically at the moment. The pass not quite there. Chittagoi would have known that, so he knows he has to do something creative to score. Smith in the middle of everything here, trying to lead the troops. And where Slivka could be amongst it last week, you saw him down by the bench, getting involved in all the timeouts. There's no sign of Slivka here. And they miss him. They really miss him. Slivka proving not just one of the best players in the world, but one of the best leaders at such a young age. But Slivka was in the team that came to Ankara and lost to Zira. Marek not missing so far. Unity is going to be key here for Zaksa. Once again, Janusz finding him really nice. Good width, good speed. They have to up the service pressure. Wrong side of the 3 meter line for Halkbank. Namir's going to chase this one down. What a rip that is from Namir. And a chest dig from Zaksa, but the set from Janusz is wide of the mark. Namir pulling a rabbit from the hat with a little bit of magic. Sets a little bit off the net. Okay, that's exactly what Chitagoi was looking for previously. Because Marek turns it back line with some ease. Now let's have a look at Zaplaki on the front court and see how he fares. Because Bednorz certainly hasn't quite brought it from a point scoring point of view. This is not what Zaksa would have wanted Adam Savchena to use his fourth choice outside today. Bednorz with all that experience. Currently not on the court. Through the middle this time. Smith, somebody who certainly can change this game. Passes in system, it's a beautiful pass. The passing this evening has been better from Halkbank. I'm going to throw that out there, especially in this set. Perrin on the money. Volkan Dorne passing incredibly well, 36 years old now as well. Namir. That's much better passing. And from that situation, you just expect Zaksa to score. Zaksa still in this tie. Again, the pass good from Engapeth. Yes, it's not at 3 or 2.5, but the tempo's perfect just to engage Takvam as the middle blocker. And that's the thing. Even just the aggression of the pass can hold a middle blocker. So important. Definitely a different story for Zaksa than we saw in the opener. Soji is there. It's a really aggressive play from Soji, but unfortunately, Takvam goes wide of the mark. Hang on a moment. Janusz is kicking off, and Engapeth is there in the background asking what's all the commotion about. Again, that's why Soji is one of the very best in the world. He's aggressive in those moments. Takvam misses out. Potentially a little bit too tight, but you have to have those aggressive intentions. Namir, again. Namir is heating up right now. It's another situation where he's not quite in rhythm and he buries the ball away. More problems here. Namir's spiking has already put a dent in the neck of Kazmarek today. Well, it's now finger issues. I mean, Chitagoi, they can't have another injury. Where would they go in this situation is probably a big question. They've already subbed off Bednors. And now that young man with such a bright future, is he coming off as well? It started so nicely for Zaksa. And we did say that there would be ebbs and flows. And it wouldn't be one-way traffic just because that was how it looked in the opening set. Everything going now. The pass of Zablaki is not there. And you feel that Bednos will come back in at some point of this game to try and bring something to the party. At the moment, you'd have to give that man a lot of the ball and hope that it pays off. Great dig. So she gets one on Engapeth. Second chance. Back to Engapeth. Middle's racing to get out. Engapeth tries to turn the angle. Engapeth misses. Okay, all of these small things still add up here in the Champions League. We've seen a comeback already from Halkbank ANKARA. Can Zaksa do the same here in set two? You wouldn't think it. Engapeth has been on the money this evening so far, passing and defensively as well. Namir. Wow. He wants the touch. He didn't think he was going to get the touch, but then in turn, eventually it goes Namir's way. Once again, you just see the difference at times. That ball just doesn't quite get across Namir, so he has to lean to get that ball to the line. Where Yanis just seems to get that extra little bit of yardage, to use a golfing term in a volleyball match, to get across the shoulder of Kaczmarek at times. So, Kluth. Some changes coming in here. Is it Umvar? Well, we saw Bednors at the start of this game. Daggers underneath the net, really up for it. Started the game incredibly well. Been brought off for going off the boil. This game is still wild, and it could still go any way, but if you're a Halkbank fan, you've got to be happy with how it's sitting. These matches have been feature length. But there is Tyres getting a little bit of a chat from Kovac. He's a good middle player, Tyres. He won the Challenge Cup with Fenerbahce. Now it's Namir getting a good talking to. He's obviously had so much success, 39 awards to his name, including the best opposite in this Champions League, best server, European Championships and a VNL as well, but still looking for that first Champions League win. Actually played for Zaksa for a time, Namir, alongside a young Kaczmarek, but Zagumny, Dick Coy also in that team, and is it serving? Is it out? Yes, it is. Umvar, three-time Turkish League champion, also with Fenerbahce. It's his 8th club, but in Turkey. Takvam. Again, going for a sliding serve. Engapeth. Well, a hitting error, passing error. And potentially Halkbank are just taking their finger off the pulse at the moment. Takvam. Good little sliding serve. Another bullet. Engapeth again under pressure. Chance in transition. Oh my word. What even is this game anymore? Halkbank, you thought, had this signed, sealed, delivered. This second set. And now Zaxa have got themselves on a little bit of a run and have half a chance. Two opposites just conversing. Turkey flag flying high as always. You look around the court and knowing what we know about Zaxa winning 3 in a row, but also seeing their lack of experience in these big moments. Janusz, yes. Kazmarek, yes. Takvam, it's a big game in his career. No Bednarz. Zadlaki, we know, wasn't in the plans to play this much in a big game, nor was Chitagoy. Pajitsky, yes, we know his experience in Smith as well, but is there enough experience in those big positions, especially on the wing, to see them through a game of this magnitude at the moment? Well, Kluth, who's been here since 2021. I mean, a big part of the Champions League winning squads the last 3 seasons. Chance maybe for him to step up. Always used from the bench or as a squad player because of Kazmarek, but you look in those title-winning sides and you think of the Semenyuks early on. There's another challenge for the net touch. Is there a net touch is the question. No, it's perfect. You can hear it. It is perfect. As we spoke about many times, no Slivka. The season before in these situations, you could lean on Semenyuk being there or thereabouts in those big moments if they needed them. Big hammer from Kluth, but it's taken. And what we're seeing here is a second 6 really from Zaxa, just trying to get them as close as possible. Kazmarek comes back in, Janusz comes back in. Straight swap to keep the 3 front row attackers. I don't think anyone would blame Savchena if he wanted to rest players for the rest of the set, but they're right still amongst this, and Janusz can certainly be one. We can serve them back in. Perrin serves short. Namir a little bit underneath the ball here, but again, as he has done all evening long, finds the floor. having a very good season, Namir. Service pressure again, serve to position 1. Chance to use the middle, it's good passing. Zaxa are starting to get the pass back, that means they can run the middles and everything else will work off the back of that. Smith's back in rhythm, and you'd put your house on him scoring in that situation. Slow and steady this from Zaxa, but they're there or thereabouts. Jittergoy takes a bit of pace off this one. They go after Perrin to the middle, and again winning the height battle. Matic, it's so important. Smith at 2:02, Matic at 2:11, and when they're in system, he's going to have his angles 5 and 1, but knowing that he can win the height battle, go off Smith, Smith will now have to reach into his airspace, and those angles at 5 and 1 will really open up for him. He's a big boy, Matic. Same service substitution. Blankenau coming in. Played in Poland previously with Project Warszawa. Having a good season, Warszawa at the moment. They want the decision, they don't get the decision, and I think that's the second set going the way of Halkbank. Blankenau coming in and doing a stellar job. Ball's off the net. And this has been unlike Zaxa at the moment. Again, the pass is off the net, and in those situations, Tyaz comes alive. Halkbank ANKARA have 7 set points, and there's no line available here for Kazmarek. The right side's always going to lose the line in these situations when the pass is off the net. The blockers do a good job of sealing. Blankenau's come off the bench and helping this ship over the line at the moment. Playing defense at position 6 as well. Block's gone down. So much drama. There's so much to talk about already in this game and in this tie. Zaxa need a miracle here. Smith serving. Brilliant serve, but I think Engapeth stays very, very solid. The decision's gone against Namir here. He wants to challenge it again. Zablackley says no touch this time. Look how calm Namir is this time around, though. If you can see Paszczycki on the side, that sort of sums up, I think, how the whole of this Zaxa squad are feeling. They're very aware of how tough it's going to be for them here. Nothing off the little finger. No problem. Second set points for Halkbank here for what has been a brilliant second set performance. To the middle. Wow. Takvam gets a big one. Timeout called from Kovac. Gets the troops in. Plaz tries to go to 5 and not always easy to turn that ball to 5 from there, but Takvam with a good read. As we said previously, all these small things add up. And the one thing that needs to add up for Zaksa is that if they don't get back into this set, they need to have the belief that they could do it here in 5 to force the golden sets. Smith, who's come to the forefront of so many Champions League games from the service line, is doing it again. Can they put it away in transition? Whatever happens, this has been a much better performance from Zaksa over the last 15 minutes or so, and it's a great run here. Kazmarek scores again. Namir having a quick discussion with Engapeth. This is fascinating, engaging. Smith is serving Zaksa. Well, I want to say back into this game, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We saw it in the previous set. It was Zaksa that had the lead at this stage, and that turned around, so who knows. Smith, another big serve. It's so clutch from Smith no matter what, but it's also clutch from the Mir Abdelaziz. He hasn't really put a foot wrong all evening. And it's Halkbank ANKARA that lead Zaksa 2 sets to 0 now, and have at least guaranteed the golden set. To the outside, Namir. Sorry, that's absolutely my mistake. It's 2-0, and it's Zaksa that need 2 sets to guarantee the golden set. I'm getting in front of myself here as well. Halkbank 2, Zaksa 0, 25-21. One more set will do it for Halkbank ANKARA, who won 2 sets on the road last week to Zaksa. Zaksa need to win the next 2 to force at least a golden set. Well, the first set was fascinating. Zaksa, multiple set points, drama. Halkbank turn it around, but then they got off to the perfect start in set 2. Zaksa was stunned. 14 attacks to 9. That's where they're winning this battle at the moment. It's at the net. Namir, Engapeth, the middles all scoring freely. Perrin as well, consistent And where they're all stepping up, Bartosz Bednarz had to be substituted out. And let's see if he starts in set 3. You have to say yes, don't you? Hashtag CL Volley M to join the conversation here. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else than watching this unfold in front of your eyes because, well, the fans are dancing. Some better than others, but they're dancing. And they certainly have every right to, because it looks good for them at the moment, the home side. I just feel that they've got good experience in Perrin, Namir and Engapeth, just underpinning the performance at the moment. And there's still no Bednarz, which is wild. Whether he's picked up an injury, we won't know, but he certainly was struggling for a period of time to put the ball away. And now Zaksa have to continue the way that they finished. Oh my word! It's happened again! It happened last week! There was no communication and the ball hit the floor. And this is what happens when you have a team that aren't used to playing together. When they're under the pump. That is not Janusz's ball in any way, shape or form. Zablacki, in my eyes, should be taking positions 1 with the libero taking 5 and 6 there, but it is what it is. And Zaksa turned the angle. And it's looking pretty bleak for them at the moment. They need to make the most of all of these situations. And they need to push from the service line as hard as they can. If it's going to be anything that gets them back into it, it's going to be Smith's serve. Just when they needed that run of serves that they had at the start of set 1 and the back end of set 2, it's one into the net. Namir misses out now, trying desperately to find out what the deal is with Bednarz at the moment. Try and give you any update that we possibly can. Whether it's a tactical substitution or whether he's had to come off due to an injury, we don't know. But Kazmarek is another one who we know can serve powerfully. It's a good set. It's a really good set. 8 meters or so. Soji has to get chasing after that one. Namir. Not that he was out of form last week, is certainly in form this week. He's been colossal this evening. And he gets rubbed on the head by Engapeth for being colossal in the job that he's done so far. Well, funny enough, Perrin's not been benched, has he, since coming on, I think around the 10th point of the match, because the start was so bad. And Agamjir, we have to feel for him, but Perrin's just been too strong. Engapeth says finally. He hasn't had the easiest of nights on the front court, getting past the block of Zaksa. But this time he just fires up and gets the touch off the fingertips. Tyaz straight down the line, trying to force the ball to the outside. That's exactly what happens. The dig is good from Tyaz as well. Back in system, Janusz has to try and do something magical here. He goes to Kaczmarek, back to the middle, and not quite in rhythm, trying to force the middle in transition. Always more difficult than inside out. And Takvam can't put the ball away, low and inside. Ties with another good serve. The pressure's very much on Chittagoi at the moment when it comes to passing. Perrin tries to hammer to 5. Good moment for Zaksa. Never short of action in this competition, are we? Service from Takvam's an absolute belter. Okay, Zaksa, we're watching. Can you put this ball away? Free ball situation. Kapwaki again put down. Engapeth, scoot. What a rally this is. Volkan is there. A chance again to build for Zaksa, but it's given back. Free ball. Mars out the equation, though. Namir isn't out the equation. Zaksa are battling, but it's Halkbank ANKARA that prevail. Still not overly happy. Zaksa here. There's been we've had our fair share of whining in this tie, haven't we? And again, Kaczmarek, and you really cannot say anything bad about the performance of Kaczmarek today. Good width again. Means he can access every little bit of line. Service isn't there. That hasn't been there for the last 2 sets. It was certainly there at the beginning of the first. Engapeth. Serves long as well. I wonder what Lube are thinking watching this, and Lube fans. Zabwaki. And the pass is slightly off the net, which puts the pressure on Mar in that situation. Tries to force the middle with Matic. He's got such a big window, so you can understand why he's gone there. Setting the ball in those slightly vulnerable situations. We see the likes of the Checo do it all the time, and are certainly capable of doing it, but not that time. Service pressure's back in. Zaksa are level, and that's pretty brazen from Mar. He's turned around and said we might have missed it last time, but we're going to go straight back there. And the fact that he can turn back to 5 from that situation is not easy, but that's something that you can do if you're 2'11". Obviously, height equals access to more angles as a spiker, so it's accessing angles that just smaller people couldn't. Namir accessing height on the block that smaller people couldn't. 2-point shift's a good one for Ankara. Zaksa have it all to do here, don't they? And it's whether they have the experience to do it. Kazmarek has been solid. But at the same time, you need your split, you need your point scorers on both wings, you need your middles coming to the forefront, and that just hasn't happened. The middles have been there, but the pass hasn't been for periods of the time. Over the top, it's another bit of perfection from Perrin. Works off the block, works over the block. He's been so solid. He's backed himself in every single play. Smith gets across. No tip cover. Pass has gone from Chittagoi. Now he has to hit his team out of system. Great high swing. Engapeth potentially a little bit frustrated that he didn't just get on the edge of the block here. See him trying to get around. We saw that dig earlier on in the way he reads the game. He reads the game as well as anybody in the world. Understands the game to a very high level. Another miss serve from Smith. 3 points the difference still. That's a good bit of work from Janusz, finding Takvam again. He's under a bit of pressure. If he does find the middle, when he's under a bit of pressure, the middle certainly will be under a little bit of pressure as well. It's not quite working out at the moment. Something needs to give here. Zaksa need to shift this back in their direction. Perrin. And again, I think he's done the exact job that he's needed to do so far this evening, Perrin. Kovac will know that he'll have his point scorers in Namir and Engapeth, and in an ideal world, he'll have Lagomjia as another point-scoring option, but there's a service that Zaksa have been chasing. Game on. All Tyres can do there is react as it's coming straight for him. Chittagoi. Is he going to be a hero? Looks for the line this time, just looks for one sideline, then the other. A few times he's done that. Made an ace and missed the next one. Soji into a good zone. Takvam, big unit. Running this ball a little bit wider, trying to hit that seam to position one. Serves need to start going in, but they need to start going in with the right level of punch on them as well, and that has got the right level of punch on it. Engapeth out of rhythm, trying to find the line. We're all square. Look at this calm persona from Engapeth. He's looking for hands. No challenge. Takvam again contributing at the right time. Namir. Beauty. Great width on the set once more. Allows him to really hang and turn it back. Line block. Chop back from Namir. And Zaksa out of rhythm. Big rip from Kazmarek. High play. It's tight for Namir. It has to be, but he's so big, Namir, that he can just chew off the hands. To the outside. Big play. Gutsy play. No challenge this time from Halkbank. Kazmarek spirited. And that's making something of nothing, going off of the hands of Matic. Manoush, good short serve on Engapev, trying to take him out of the offense. Can't take him out of the offense. And the best part about this for Engapev was the pass back into position 3. Almost, it sort of holds the blocker in the middle a little bit more, and it gets him the ball back, and he can swing into the angle. Great pass from Engapev. Misses out on the serve. Zaksa are right back in this. Kamwaki serving. Wow. Again, Mo doesn't quite have the connection with the middle, but Perrin, after a very good serve, a very good pass, makes the recovery. Game changer. Well, Chitagoi didn't need to be asked twice in that situation. It was a perfect pass from Perrin. Again, if the setter's jumping in that situation, you know fair well that the middle's probably going to have to hold and jump with the middle. A little bit more off the net this time, and a safe option. Namir. My word, he's had a good game this evening. He really has. Matic. Soji under pressure. And once again, Chitagoi, that's two really good out-of-system swings, and these can't go unnoticed for a youngster at 18 years old, that in these situations, he's just finding something from nothing. And he's a big player at the moment for this Zaksa side, who currently have a 1-point lead. Perrin again passing well. He passes so well that the game can open up on the right side. Namir in rhythm. Sticks another one away. Perrin again consistent with that first pass. What a serve! We're just talking about the effect Namir Abdelaziz has had on this game. And he gives Halkbank ANKARA the lead again. There's no passing that one. To the sideline. Another one from Namir Abdelaziz on the Romanian youngster. And Halkbank ANKARA are now heading towards the quarterfinals of the Champions League unless Zaksa can turn this one around. And again, in the big moments, the big players step up. Timeout from Sevchena to try and slow this onslaught. It does slow this onslaught down. Namir, 2 aces in a row. Kazmarek needs to do the same. Engapeth so calm. Mar on the second ball, but the big deflection off the net didn't really help Zaksa in the end. Engapeth knows that in that situation, he just stays patient. And the touch, again, it's Engapeth, was world class. It's another pass into a good area. The serving and passing there at the moment for Halkbank. And for Zaksa as well. Great side out. Chitagoy. Offensively, right there at the moment. He was just a bit unfortunate to receive 2 of Namir's very best serves at clutch time. Double substitution again. Janusz and Kazmarek replaced by, I think, Mateusz Biermet. And Bartholomew Kluth just to keep 3 on the front court, 3 hitters on the front court. Timeout. Halkbank ANKARA, good time to call it as well from Kovac. Just taking the sting out of anything that Zaksa are trying to do at the moment. Really is a good timeout from Kovac. Chitagoy into the net this time. Well, hang on a moment. Tyaz is leaving us, and well, there's a change here as Banak comes on, and Cornelius Banak, also a libero, but in here just to stabilize the reception, which is something else they've missed from Slivka. Passes a little bit off. Kazmarek needing something. If they don't side out here, Zaksa, they're in real trouble. Namir again. Every single time he's putting a challenging position this evening. He turns it into a point. And those are the key moments. Sorry, my mistake. Kluth on the right side. But it was Namir that puts it away. Halkbank are close to a very famous victory. In rhythm, back to the middle. Takvam finds a sensational angle. You're not blocking that, and you're not digging it either. Tagvan, we know he's got a good serve on him. It's a very good serve. It almost looks like it's on such a steep angle. That one's, well, the line judge says out the back. Interesting again, line judge says out. That is certainly not the case. High ball again. Touch on the way through from Banak playing 6. Zaksa. Go back to Janusz and Kazmarek. Kazmarek for a second time. Mar just so far up the court, dealing with the steep swing. It's a great dig. But it's out the back. Have a look at the coaching staff here. That's how fired up they are. Needs to be something incredibly special now. Janusz, two-time winner of this competition. Another good pass from Perrin on the left side, Namir. A little bit shaky underneath that one, Zabaraki, but free ball. This for match point. And of course, Perrin puts it away. Just like we saw at the back end of the first, Perrin on the pipe delivers. Great option. Namir on one side, Engapeth on the other. That's who the blockers are worried about. Third option, Perrin. Match point for Halkbank. And the middle is out, but only just out. And it's managing the risk there for Smith and still finding the floor. Zabaraki serving. Timeout taken from Ankara. It's another good timeout, but that's a sign that things are going well for you when you've got 2 timeouts left to take in the 20s. It's a really good performance from Halkbank ANKARA, and they steadied the ship after that slow start, and they haven't really looked back, have they, after that slow start in the opener where Smith and Kazmarek got them off to a phenomenal start. Zaksa 6 or 7-1, 12-6 up, and they haven't been able to deliver from that point. The cards came out against Halkbank. Everyone reacted on their side of things perfectly. Pressure on Zabaraki at the moment. 2 match points for Halkbank. The serve goes out the back. Halkbank ANKARA win 3-0 to meet Lube in the quarterfinals of the CEV Champions League. A huge, huge night in Turkey. And you have to feel for Zaksa. There will be no four-peat for them. The reigning champions eliminated after the 3-2 victory last week at home. It could have been 3-1 in Poland last week. Hang on, there's a little bit of afters here. Well, a huge night, you can see, for Halkbank here. You just saw Aslan Ekşi there, CEV Cup winner with Halkbank in 2012. Brilliant moment for the young fan. Namir, the MVP, and rightfully so. A tremendous evening. Was a little bit in and out last week, but he was in the whole evening. Those two aces, especially in the final set, game-changing once more. Finding some swings from nowhere. Finding points from nowhere. A brilliant performance from Namir. And for Zaksa, it's disappointment. For Polish volleyball, it's disappointment. And really, no Slivka. A change in coach, a poor league run of form. Smith out for large periods of this season, and it's just not to be for them this year. Too many things going against them.
Teşekkürler sevgili Kerem Öncel. Evet, müthiş bir galibiyet. Gerçekten özellikle ilk setiyle oldukça epik bir karşılaşma geride bıraktık ve Halkbank tekrar çeyrek finalde. Halkbank'ın bu başarının bir anlamda gizli kahramanları, mimarları yanımızda, yöneticileri yanımızda. İlk başta bir izin verirseniz Ergin Bey'le başlamak istiyorum. Halkbank Spor Kulübü Başkan Vekili Ergin Kaya, sevgili Ergin Bey, neler söylemek istersiniz bu güzel karşılaşma? Son 3 sezonun Avrupa şampiyonluğunu 3-0'la geçtik.
Aynen öyle. Rakibimiz çok güçlü bir takım. Son 3 sezon Şampiyonlar Ligi'nin şampiyonluğunu aldılar. Ama biz de çok iyi bir takımız ve hedefimiz final. O yüzden çok motiveydik. Çok iyi oynadık. Seyircimiz de müthişti bugün. Müthiş bir destek. Ligde de namağlup devam ediyoruz. Bu sene 2 etapta da şampiyonluğu hedefliyoruz.
Teşekkürler diyelim, bu başarının devamı gelsin diyelim ve Yusuf Bey'e döneceğim Ergin Bey. Evet Yusuf Bey, neler söylemek istersiniz? Gerçekten çok harika bir karşılaşma oldu değil mi?
Valla söyleyecek söz yok. Takımı tebrik ediyoruz. Bu seyirciyi de ayrıca tebrik ediyoruz. Yani inşallah çeyrek finali geçer, yarı finali de geçer. Final oynarız inşallah. Tekrar tebrik ediyoruz takıma. Halkbank en büyük takım.
Teşekkür ediyoruz bize görüşler için ve yayınıza renk kattınız. Evet, yöneticilerin görüşleri bu şekildeydi. Röportajlarımız devam edecek. Sevgili Kerem Öncel, söz tekrar sizde.
Well, there you have it. They made the semis last year. Halkbank ANKARA, but they're going to need to beat Lube to get there again this year. It's been an unfortunate season for Zaksa. Namir, brilliant this evening, really was. There's the scores. The first set, absolutely unbelievable value. But after that, it was always going to be a struggle for Zaksa.
Takım kaptanımız hem de MVP'si takım maçın Nimir Abdülaziz yanımızda. Yes, kaptan. What do you have to say? Really, it was a great and magical comeback. How is your feeling?
Of course we are happy. We know that last week we didn't play so good, but of course we also have to remember that we play against Zaksa, who won this cup the last years. But we were in the end, even if that we lost last week, we were happy with the result because we know it was not done yet. We took 2 sets, so that's good. Today, I think the first set decided everything. We started 9-1 for them. We had a great comeback, and that changed the game because after that we got in the flow. They got also a little bit unlucky with some injuries, but we pushed them also to don't come back in the game. So we were happy about this.
I really wonder that. How did you feel, especially in the first set when you were behind?
In the first set?
Yeah, when you were behind.
Normal. We just need to find a way to get inside our game. You cannot give up in the first set after 5 minutes of the game. So we need to fight. We knew that we can play much better. And when we found the rhythm, we came back because in the end, the first set from 9-1 back to win the set is a great way to do it. So we keep focused and continue to play.
Congrats and congratulations. And next rival is now Lube, you know. What do you think about this match?
We will see. It's in 2 weeks. Now we think about recovering.
Okay, thank you. And congratulations again. Good luck. Thank you. Ve Kovac geliyor yanımıza. Evet. Coach, congratulations. Yeah. What a nice victory. What's your feelings? What should I to say? Especially for the first set. How is your feelings and what's your, how do you evaluate the first set especially?
Normally I am satisfied about result because we go in second round. we start this game really bad. Congratulations to player, understand, to return the heart, understand, and to win this first set. I think first set changing so much, understand. We must say Zaksa it's not complete, understand, and during the game we start to go down because our focus and concentration is not perfect because the other side Zaksa changed so much from injury. For that I'm sure we can play much better, understand, and we don't want to stopping with this victory. We want more.
Actually, we saw a team that never gave up today, and an extra motivated team we saw actually. How did you achieve that?
No, but I repeat, understand, when we fight, understand, we can win with everybody. This is most important, and I tell to my player, nobody wants to give nothing to us. We must take. We're doing it.
Thank you and good luck from now on, coach. Thank you, thank you. Good night. Evet, Slobodan Kovac başarılı baş antrenöründe görüşleri bu şekildeydi. Gerçekten önce Zaltbank var, arkasından da Halkbank'la birlikte CEV Şampiyonlar Ligi'ndeki yürüyüşümüz dolu dizgin devam ediyor diyelim.
Well, some highlights, two great interviews down courtside. You've got to give it to Kovac and Namir, two great performances from coach and player, and you feel that some of the experience there to get over the line from the big players, the difference. Perrin, brilliant this evening. Namir also in fine form, and it just wasn't to be for Zaksa. Too much of a struggle of a season, too many fractures in their environment with the injuries and the changes, and it wasn't enough to get over the line in the end for them. A sensational tie in the Champions League. Did we expect anything else? I don't think so. Does this competition deliver time and time again? It certainly does. Well, a brilliant evening here in Ankara. They go through to the next round of the Champions League. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a memorable one. Joy for Halkbank. They go through to play Lube. Disappointment for the reigning champs. Zaksa, after 3 Champions League victories, they've been eliminated. Well, thank you very much from myself, Louis Lair, and the rest of the team. We'll be back very, very soon. The Champions League is only just starting. We go through to the quarterfinals after the playoff rounds. After this, Halkbank against Lube. You better be watching that one.